I'm going to ask you this, and it's embarrassing for me to ask you this, but I'm going to ask you anyway. Are you a virgin?
How could you ask me that question?
I just want to know. I want to know.
I'm a gentleman.
You're a gentleman.
I'm a gentleman.
So
I'm a gentleman.
So, okay, I would interpret that to mean that means that you believe that a lady is a lady, and therefore...
That's something that's private. I mean, you know, shouldn't be spoken about openly. You can call me old-fashioned if you want, but, you know, to me that's very personal.
Michael Jackson's interview with Oprah Winfrey was supposed to be a relaxed conversation, but at several points, the questions became deeply personal. Oprah pressed Michael on subjects he had spent years trying to keep private, including his appearance, relationships, and the constant rumors surrounding his life. Michael remained composed for much of the conversation, but there were moments when his discomfort was impossible to miss.
How nervous are you right now?
I'm not nervous at all, actually.
You really aren't?
No, I never get nervous.
You don't?
As Oprah continued pushing into sensitive areas, Michael appeared increasingly frustrated with the direction of the interview. He answered what he could, but his reactions suggested that some of the questions had crossed a line for him. For a man who had spent his entire life under a microscope, being questioned so directly on television seemed to test his patience, and eventually the mood shifted. Michael made it clear that there were certain things he simply did not want to discuss.
I just want to get this straight. You are not taking anything to change the color of your skin?
Oh, God, no.
You did not purposely?
We're trying to control it, and using makeup evens it out because it makes blotches on the skin, and I have to even out my skin. But you know what's funny? Why is that so important? You know, that's not important to me.
Oprah then moved directly into the subject of plastic surgery, asking Michael how much work he had actually undergone. Michael tried to brush the question aside, telling her that the details were already explained in his book. But Oprah continued pressing him, and Michael began pushing back against the claims surrounding his appearance.
I'm a great fan of art. I love Michelangelo. If I had a chance to talk to him or read about him, I would want to know about what inspired him to become who he is, the anatomy of his craftsmanship. Not about who he went out with last night or why he decided to sit out in the sun so long. What's wrong with, I mean, that's what's important to me.
How much plastic surgery have you had?
Very, very little. You can count them on 2 fingers. I mean, let's say this, if you want to know about those things, all the nosy people in the world,
But once we say it, we don't have to say it anymore.
Read my book, Moonwalker. It's in my book.
He made it clear that, in his view, the rumors had gone far beyond reality. Michael explained that people had exaggerated and speculated so much about his face that it became difficult for the public to separate fact from fiction. While he tried to remain calm, his responses showed that the constant questions about his appearance were clearly something he was tired of defending.
You know, let's just put it this way. If all the people in Hollywood who have had plastic surgery, if they went on vacation, there wouldn't be a person left in town.
I think you might be right.
I think I am right. I mean, be empty.
So did you start having plastic surgery because of those teen years, because of not liking the way you look?
No, not really.
Not really?
No, it's only 2 things. Really, get my book. It's no big deal.
Okay. You don't want to tell me what it is? You had your nose done, obviously.
Yeah, but so did a lot of people that I know.
Yeah. And so when you hear all these things about you, and there have been more than we are even...
I've never had my cheekbones done, never had my eyes done, never had all that, my lips done and all this stuff. They just go too far. I mean, it's crazy. But this is something that happens like every day with other people.
Are you pleased now with the way you look?
I'm never pleased with anything. I'm a perfectionist.
Yeah.
It's part of who I am.
As Oprah kept returning to the subject, Michael's frustration became more noticeable because he felt people were reducing years of personal and medical issues to gossip about how much surgery he had supposedly undergone.
And so when you look in the mirror now and the image that looks back at you, are there days when you say, well, I kind of like this, or I like my hair today, or
I'm never
I think I'm pretty cute today?
I'm pretty cute today. No, I try not to look in the mirror. I really do, because I'm never happy with what I see. So I go on with my work and get it done.
The conversation became even more personal when Oprah turned to Michael's relationship with his father. Michael admitted that although he loved him, he didn't truly know him, and he acknowledged that there were times when he felt angry about the way he had been treated. For someone who had spent his childhood under intense pressure, those memories clearly still carried a lot of pain.
Your father is one of those people who also has to take responsibility.
But I do love him.
Yes, I understand.
And I am forgiving.
Yes.
You know, I don't I don't go around
But
with
can
the
you really
chip.
forgive? I say this on my show all the time. Can you really forgive if you haven't gotten angry? If you haven't dealt with how you really feel? I don't know if you can go from having been abused to forgiveness.
I do forgive. There's so much garbage and so much trash that's written about me that is so untrue. They're complete lies. And those are some of the things I want to talk about. The press has made up so much god-awful, horrifying stories
I know.
that are completely appalling.
I know.
Completely appalling and so far from the truth. And it's made me to realize the more often a person tell a lie, the more times you hear a lie.
Oprah's questions then took a turn towards some of the strangest rumors surrounding Michael Jackson. As she brought up the infamous oxygen chamber story, Michael immediately made it clear that this was not something he found amusing. He explained that the entire story had been fabricated, and his frustration was becoming increasingly difficult to hide.
There are so many. I normally don't write questions down, but there's so many. I didn't want to forget them. First of all, I have been in this house getting lit and getting prepared for this, and I've been all over the house upstairs when you weren't looking for that oxygen chamber. I cannot find the oxygen chamber anywhere in the house.
That story is so crazy. I mean, it's one of those tabloid things. It was completely made up.
Okay, but there you are in something there. There's a picture of you.
Well,
where did that come from? How did it get started?
I did a commercial for Pepsi, and I was burned very badly. And we settled for like it was $1 million, and I gave all the money. We built this place called the Michael Jackson Burn Center, and that's a piece of technology that's used for burn victims, right?
That.
So I'm looking at the piece of technology, I'm touching it, feeling it, and decide to just go inside of it just to hammer around. Somebody takes a picture. When they process the picture, the person who processes the picture say, "Oh, Michael Jackson, he made a copy." These pictures went all over the world with this lie attached to it. It's a complete lie. Why do people buy these papers and it's not the truth? And I'm here to say, you know, do not judge a person. Do not pass judgment on anyone unless you have talked to them one-on-one. I don't care what the story is. Do not judge them because it's a lie.
And Oprah wasn't finished. She brought up another bizarre claim that Michael had supposedly wanted to buy the Elephant Man's bones. This time, Michael's reaction was almost disbelief. He explained that while he loved the story of the Elephant Man and related to the character emotionally, the idea that he wanted someone's bones was simply ridiculous.
Did you buy the Elephant Man's bones? Were you trying to get them?
That's another stupid story.
Uh-huh.
I love the story of the Elephant Man. It reminds me of me a lot. You know, I could relate to it. It made me cry because I saw myself in the story. But no, I never asked for the Elephant Man. Where am I going to put some bones?
I don't know.
And why would I want a pair of bones?
I don't know. So where did that come from?
Someone makes it up and everybody believes it. If you hear a lie often enough, you hear it enough, you start to believe it.
Yes, and people make money selling tabloids.
Then came a rumor that clearly struck a deeper nerve. Oprah asked Michael about reports that he wanted a white child to portray him in a Pepsi commercial, and Michael immediately rejected the claim as ridiculous. He made it clear that he was proud to be a Black American and had never wanted to deny his identity. For Michael, this was no longer just another rumor about his appearance. It touched on something personal, and his response showed that he was genuinely frustrated by the way people continued to question who he was. The question also gave Michael an opportunity to address the assumptions that had followed him for years, rather than simply laughing it off. He pushed back against the idea that he was ashamed of being Black or wanted to distance himself from his background. His answer was firm, and for a moment, the usually soft-spoken Michael sounded noticeably more defensive as he tried to make his position unmistakably clear.
You wanting to have a little white boy play you in a Pepsi commercial.
That is so stupid. That's the most ridiculous, horrifying story I've ever heard. It's crazy. I mean, why? Number one, it's my face as a child in the commercial. Me when I was little. Why would I want a white child to play me? I'm a Black American. I'm proud to be a Black American. I am proud of my race. I am proud of who I am. I have a lot of pride in who I am and dignity. That's like you wanting an Oriental person to play you as a child. Does that make sense?
No.
So please, people, stop believing these.
But Oprah then moved into one of the most sensitive subjects of the entire interview, Michael's changing skin color. She asked him directly whether he was bleaching his skin because he didn't like being Black. Michael firmly rejected that idea, explaining that he had a skin disorder that affected his pigmentation and caused his appearance to change. He also made it clear that the endless speculation surrounding his skin was deeply painful for him.
Let's go to the thing that is most discussed about you, I think, is the fact that the color of your skin is obviously different than it was when you were younger.
Yes.
And so I think it has caused a great deal of speculation and controversy as to what you have done or are doing. Are you bleaching your skin? And is your skin lighter because you don't like being black?
Okay, number one, as I know of, there is no such thing as skin bleaching. I have never seen it. I don't know what it is.
Well, they used to have those products growing up. I used to hear, always use bleach and glow, but you'd have to have about 300,000 gallons to...
Okay, number one, this is the situation.
Yes.
I have a skin disorder that destroys the pigmentation of the skin. It's something that I cannot help.
For Michael, this was far more personal than another celebrity rumor. He felt that people were taking something he couldn't control and turning it into a story about his identity. As he explained the condition, his tone became noticeably more serious, showing just how much the accusations had affected him. What the public often treated as gossip was, for Michael, a deeply personal issue he had been forced to defend again and again.
When people make up stories that I don't want to be who I am, it hurts me.
So it is.
It's a problem for me, okay? I can't control it, okay? But what about all the millions of people? Let's reverse it.
Okay.
What about all the millions of people who sit out in the sun to become darker, to become other than what they are? Nobody says nothing about that.
So when did this start? When did the color of your skin start to change?
Oh boy, sometime after Thriller. Around Off the Wall Thriller, sometime
And what did you
around
think? I mean,
It's in my family. My father said it's on his side. I can't control it. I don't understand. I mean, it makes me very sad.
Instead of giving Oprah the personal answer she wanted, Michael redirected the conversation towards something that genuinely mattered to him. He spoke about his dream of having a family and children one day, but explained that at that point in his life, his music was his priority. It was another example of Michael trying to bring the conversation back to who he really was, rather than the sensational questions surrounding him.
so you're not going to answer it.
I'm embarrassed.
So you're not going to answer it. Well, we would like to know whether or not there is a possibility that you are going to marry one day and have children.
I would feel that my life isn't complete if I do not, because I adore the family life. I adore children, and I adore that whole thing. And I would love to. That's one of my dreams, but I couldn't right now because I'm married. I am married, but to my work. I'm married to my music, and it has to be that closeness in order to do the kind of work that I want to do. And
So what kind of woman makes you, I know in the video, wait a minute, no, in the video we're going to see later, we're premiering the world video, but you say that there's a line where you talk about being quenched. So what kind of person does that for you?
Quench my desire.
Yeah, quench my desire.
Yeah. Well, Brooke, I've always liked her. And I mean, when I was little, I used to stay with Diana Ross. Me and my brothers, we stayed with her for years. I never said this, I always had a crush on her.
Even when the conversation finally seemed to be moving away from Michael's personal life, Oprah returned to the rumors. This time, she brought up one of the strangest claims of all, that Michael's legendary moonwalk was somehow fake and that he had hidden mirrors in his socks to create the illusion. Michael immediately denied it, but the question also highlighted just how extreme the rumors surrounding him had become. Almost everything about Michael seemed to be questioned, analyzed, or turned into a conspiracy.
We're talking about the rumors. One of the strangest ones I heard was that when you're moonwalking, you're faking it, that you have some mirrors in your socks someplace and that it's not really real.
No, that's not true.
How did you, first of all, you know, we've spent so much time trying to dispel the rumors, trying to get the truth out, that I haven't had a really opportunity to talk to you about how you conceive your music, how you conceive the dance. Where did the moonwalk come from, actually?
Well, the moonwalk came from these beautiful children, these black kids who live in the ghettos and, you know, the inner cities, who are brilliant. They just have that natural talent for dancing. Any of the new the Running Man, any of these dances, they come up with these dances. All I did was enhance the dance.
Okay.
But even after Michael explained the story behind the dance, Oprah immediately wanted to see it for herself. She asked him to perform the moonwalk right there. Michael initially resisted, explaining that he was a little rusty, but eventually demonstrated the movement. Oprah watched closely as he broke down the technique and even asked him to show it in slow motion. It was one of the few moments where the tension of the earlier questions temporarily disappeared and Michael could simply be himself.
Okay, I want to see you dance. I want to see you dance.
No.
I want to see you dance live.
No, I can show you a step or two,
Okay.
but I'm a little rusty right now. A little rusty. That's the moonwalk. Wait, did you catch it from the sideways?
Got to turn sideways?
Are you from the front?
Yeah. We got you.
From the sideways.
Okay, just show me slow motion. Could you show me slow motion?
Wait. It's like, it's pushing and then there's, it's mainly like a popping type of thing.
Well, sorry. I saw it live. I saw it live.
And despite all the praise he received, Michael revealed that he was often his own harshest critic. He remembered performing the moonwalk for the first time on Motown 25 and going backstage afterward in tears because he didn't think he had done well enough. To the rest of the world, it was an iconic performance. To Michael, it still wasn't perfect. What finally changed his mind was the reaction of a young boy who told him how amazing he was. Michael said he trusted that reaction because, in his words, children don't lie.
Well, I'm never satisfied. Even when I see something that I've done and people say, oh, it was phenomenal. When I did Motown 25 and I did the moonwalk for the first time, I was backstage crying afterwards because I was unhappy.
You cried after Motown 25?
After Motown 25. But then as I was walking to the car, there was this little boy, he was like 12, he was a little Jewish kid, and he said, "You're amazing. Who taught you to ever dance like that?" And for the first time, I felt I did a good job because I know children don't lie, and I just felt so good about it then.
Then Oprah shifted the mood completely. After spending so much time questioning Michael, she asked him to sing live. Michael seemed hesitant at first, almost caught off guard by the request, but eventually he agreed. And suddenly, instead of talking about rumors, his appearance, or his private life, Michael was doing what had made him famous in the first place.
Where did that he thing come from?
It just comes out of singing. Wait. I gave my money, I gave my time, I gave her everything in life one heart could find. It doesn't seem to matter and it doesn't seem right, but the will is right, no functions till I cry alone at night. Don't you judge of my composure, cause I'm bothered every day. And she didn't leave a letter, she just up and ran away. Ow!
Fabulous.
Who is it? I mean, you wanted me to do it.
I like you very much
I get
for doing it.
embarrassed.
Thank you
I'm
very
sorry
much
I
for
get
doing it.
embarrassed.
The conversation eventually returned to Michael's music videos and the way he had changed the entire industry. Oprah pointed out that before Michael, music videos were often simply artists performing their songs on camera. Michael explained that he wanted something much bigger. He wanted his videos to tell stories with beginnings, middles, and endings, almost like miniature films. That vision became the foundation for projects like Beat It, Thriller, and Smooth Criminal. Once again, whenever the conversation moved toward his actual work, Michael became much more focused and passionate.
Music videos used to just be people singing their song until you came along and changed music videos. Did you know when you first conceived your first one, that's what you were doing?
Yeah, the idea was to make something that was a story, so it had a beginning, a middle, and an ending. And you could follow, like a mini movie. That's what I wanted to do. And that's what we did with Beat It and Thriller and Smooth Criminal and all those type of things.
So when you start to look at a piece of work or look at a piece of music, are you already thinking about how you're going to?
Sometime, yes. Yes, it's very true.
I wonder what it feels like. I will never know since I cannot sing one thing, but what it feels like to be on stage with a sea of people, a sea of people. One of the things that has impressed me in putting the pieces together for you is all around the world, the response to you is so incredible.
Oprah then reflected on what she had seen while preparing the interview, the extraordinary reaction Michael received around the world, no matter where he went. Crowds responded to him with an intensity that few artists had ever experienced. This was the other side of Michael's story. While tabloids focused on his appearance, private life, and strange rumors, millions of fans were simply connecting with his music. His influence couldn't be reduced to the controversies surrounding him.
When you're standing there and there's a sea of people responding to you, screaming your name as they were, what does that feel like?
Love. You feel lots of love, and I feel blessed and honored to be able to be an instrument of nature that was chosen to give them that, what I give them. I'm very honored and happy about that.
Make sure to check out our other videos on the screen.